What's up, guys? In this video we're going to look at the Wednesday slate, the main slate, which is a 10-game slate tonight. So looking like another solid slate. It's been a pretty solid slate this week, so let's get right into it. As always, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe before we get started. There's one team that I'm all over today, which is the Blue Jays stack. I think they are the top team on the board. Bart Smith, this should not be a major league pitcher. Just looking at all of his data, he just throws the fastball way too much, over 60% of the time, and all of these Blue Jays hitters absolutely crush the fastball. So it's going to be a long night for Bart Smith, or maybe a short night if he doesn't even make it out of the first inning. But even if he gets out, we know the Kansas City bullpen is by far the worst bullpen in the entire league this year. So the Toronto Blue Jays should be able to feast today. But at pitcher, I like Kevin Gausman as my SP1 at 8,700. A really solid matchup against the Marlins, who now without Justin Bour, they have very little power up and down the lineup. Real Muto is the only good hitter, only above average hitter they have. And so I think Gausman can have a very good game here. He's at 8,700, getting a nice discount off of him from Wheeler, from Cole. And Gausman does have similar upside given the matchup. Flashed his 32-point upside in his last game against the Brewers. It's a much easier matchup here, although the Marlins don't strike out as much. They just don't. The hitters aren't just as good, so Gausman should be able to coast to a victory here and get us 25 to 30 plus. Second pitcher I like is Dylan Bundy. He's very cheap at 6,500, and he does have some upside. So given the matchup against the Mets, which are not good offensively either, I think Bundy can have a very good game here, get a bunch of strikeouts. The Mets do strike out a decent amount, and Bundy is a very good strikeout pitcher and a good pitcher overall. So although he struggled a bit with the home run ball, the Mets don't have a ton of power in the lineup, so I think this is another spot where Bundy is way too cheap given the matchup, and at 6,400, I'm going to be all over him at this price tag. So at first base, let's start off with Justin Smoak at 4,300. I love Justin Smoak as part, he's got to be included in a Blue Jays stack. He's been raking as of late, hitting well over 350 in his past 10 games. A lot of power against righties throughout his career, and I mentioned Bart Smith throws the fastball over 60% of the time, 63% to be exact, and since 2016, Smoak has a 275 ISO. So Smoak definitely is in play today at 4,300. Next up, we go at third base. I like Alex Bregman a lot at 4,800. He's been amazing against lefties all season. Tyler Anderson has shown some reverse splits tendencies this year, but for his career, he has not been that pitcher, so he should go back to normal soon, or maybe it's just a fluke. But I like Bregman against a lefty any day of the week. Bregman has been a while since he went yard. I think this is a good spot for him. The weather is very, very hitter-friendly in Houston, something that the Astros have struggled to hit at home. But with the weather, with the wind blowing out, I think it's a good spot for the Astros offense. And Anderson, for some reason, he has struggled a bit more outside of Coors Field than in Coors. He's been amazing at home, but outside, ERA is a lot higher. So I think this is a spot where the Astros will come at some lower-owned plays, and they still do have a lot of upside. Like with Correa back, I think Bregman and Correa make a nice 1-2 stack, maybe even Gaddis if you want a catcher, but I like Bregman at 4,800. All right, in the outfield we go with a couple more Blue Jays. I like Randal Grichuk a lot today. Grichuk has been crushing the baseball over the past couple months. He's got off to a very slow start, but lately he's been hitting a lot of long home runs, just a lot of hard contact for him, and it's a great matchup against Smith. Grichuk is another guy that crushes the fastball. Grichuk has a 318 ISO with a 44% hard hit percentage against the fastball. Exit velocity is over 93, and Grichuk this year has been very good against righties, with a 445 CX WOBA and a 261 ISO, so a lot of power for Grichuk. I like him. The price tag is very fair. The price tag on all these Blue Jays are underpriced given the matchup and the bullpen that they're going to face, so sign me up for Grichuk. And then last but not least, sign me up for Teoscar Hernandez. A lot of power for him, another guy that crushes the fastball. This year against righties, he has a 221 ISO, 489 CX WOBA. Against the fastball, which Smith throws over 60% of the time, and these hitters will just be able to sit on it. Teoscar has a 277 ISO. He's been crushing it as well. I just love these Blue Jays. Lock them in for a bunch of runs today. They should be one of the highest scoring teams on the slate if all things go well. But those are the plays. Loading up on the Blue Jays. Gonna get a couple Astros in there. I like Bregman. I like Correa. Because I know the Astros will be lower owned today, and the Blue Jays might be a bit popular. So to differentiate myself from everyone, I'm gonna throw in a couple Astros. I feel good about the Astros today. So that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and see you all tomorrow.